Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gifted Gabber's Looking into East session, where we're going to take a deep dive into what Downtown East can offer for your student. And by doing so, we're first going to look at how Downtown East has shaped my success and my passions, and then we're going to go into how it can do it for your kid's success too. So let's first talk about the context. I know a lot of parents and kids alike are quite stressed about the process, whether it's East or West versus STEM, and which school should I choose? And with that, that comes a lot of different questions and sort of uncertainties about what's going to happen. Where do I go? I'm really stressed. Where will I succeed? Which one will challenge me? And which one will provide the best opportunities? And right off the bat, I'm going to say that any one of those schools will absolutely be beneficial for your child. There's really nothing you can go wrong there when you choose either one of those schools, just because they all offer a great amount of opportunities and your children can succeed really wherever. But with that being said, there are differences. And understanding those differences and seeing where you can leverage the opportunities that are specific to each of those schools, they can really kind of relieve the stress and go give more confidence in not only you, but also your children into which school they can come to, whether it be East, West, or STEM. So let's first talk about a little bit about myself. I was, an LMS student, and I was accepted to both East and STEM. But ultimately, because of the opportunities I'll tell you a little bit about later on, I decided to choose East over STEM. And currently I'm a senior at East, so I've pretty much been through 3 or 4 years of just being at East and, using up the opportunities. In terms of academics, I'm really into APs and challenging myself. So throughout my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, I was able to take 20 APs. And as you can probably see, it starts at 3, and then it sort of works its way up to 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Just because I really try to show an upward trend in my challenge in the courses I took. The next thing, outside of the academics, I really try to involve myself in a plethora of the East opportunities. First, I was the NHS president, and then I was involved in coding club, biology club, DECA, which is a business sort of club at East, and also TSA chapter treasurer. And really, if you kind of see there's a trend on, sciences, computer science specifically, business, and that's sort of where my interest lies. So first thing I really wanted to point out is that for your child, it's really important for them to pick clubs and pick extracurriculars, extracurriculars that really conform to their interests and conform to their passions. Now, I next want to really talk about the 3 circles of success that not only I found, but also a lot of my peers and a lot of people who've already been through the American high school system. And that the first circle of success really is academics. And of course, we all know what that is. The grades, making sure you're good with your teachers and, up to date and, performing at your best when you're doing academics. So that's the academic portion of it. That's a big portion of your success in high school. The next thing is social skills. And a lot of people really take this out of the equation when they think about success, but it's really important in high school. Just because, it's really important for you to sort of create relationships with your teachers, build a strong community of the student body who really, enjoys your company. And not only that, just being a good person and being able to communicate with people is really important in high school. Third thing, again, a lot of people miss out on this, is executive function. And really what executive function is, just to say it in a quick one sentence, is an amalgamation of all the skills you really need to succeed in academics, succeed in social skills, succeed when, looking for new opportunities. And those skills, for example, one of those skills is task initiation. And really, skills like that can ramp up and maximize your potential. And not only your potential, but your kids' potential specifically in high school. Because having those executive function skills can really boost the way you take opportunities, the way you use opportunities, and sort of the way you maneuver high school. And I'll tell you a little bit more about those executive functioning skills a bit later on in the presentation. But for now, I really want to talk about the academics focus of the school. Now, Downtown East is really, really great because it offers over 25 AP courses. And with those 25 AP courses, you can really choose from many different challenging courses across a wide array of different, fields and subjects. And that's really what's really unique about East. STEM really restricts the amount of IBs kids can take and sort of the course load of kids. But at East, really, you can take as many APs as you really want throughout your high school career, albeit you might have some restrictions in freshman and sophomore year. But with that sort of flexibility in APs, you can really choose wherever your child's interests are. The next thing is counselors are your best friends. And why I say that is because counselors are really there for you and there for your child, in the sense that they're the ones who choose the courses. They're the ones who help your kid maneuver high school and sort of guide your kid into choosing the path for them in high school. So really what you have to do is develop a strong relationship with your counselors. And the counselors at East specifically, I'm not so sure about STEM, but I'm sure they're amazing too. But East counselors are just really friendly and really approachable. So what I would do is, when a student's coming into East, make sure you really utilize those counselors, and because they really give you the opportunity to choose the specific classes you want to, and they can also waive your gym and health requirements. So build a relationship with your counselor. That's really important. The next thing is, because classes are offered so many periods of the day in East, you can really choose a flexible and schedule that's really a schedule specifically that's really catered to your interests and catered to your child's interests. I think that's really important. Most classes that you really want to take can be accommodated into your schedule. So that's a couple of benefits about East. The next thing is the quality of the courses. So as I mentioned, AP courses are really phenomenal, and unlike STEM, you can really take AP courses all 4 years of East. And with that being said, high-level courses, not only in advanced placement courses, but also in honors courses, are tremendous at East. There's science, math, etc. requirements, but they themselves are quite loose. So as long as you fit those requirements, and it's pretty easy for you to fit those requirements, you can take as many classes and as many quality classes as you would really like to. And as I mentioned before, it's really important to make sure you have an upward trend of challenging courses. So, maybe take a couple of challenging courses when you're in freshman year, and help your child sort of guide to choose those different courses. But then as you move up and, take more classes in high school, make sure they're more challenging as the years pass on. I think that's really important. Showing upward trend is really good, not only for your child, but also for colleges. The next thing is manage the workload with extracurricular activities. So what I would say with this is that you need to make sure you have a good balance between academics in the APs you choose and the honors classes you choose, as well as outside activities. Because to be honest, nobody really wants a fully academic kid. They want a kid who's strong academically, sure. Colleges and teachers and mentors alike, they want a kid who's strong academically, but they also want a kid who knows where their interests are outside of school. So when you have outside of school, you really want to make sure you allow additional time to show passion through other activities. And that means that you might need to include less challenging courses and maybe less challenging AP classes to accommodate for those activities. So a little bit about myself in terms of the academic achievements. So because of the courseload I took at East, I'm the valedictorian of all different school districts. So STEM, East, West, etc. The downtown district in its entirety, and that's something that really I was able to do because of the opportunities allowed at East. I was allowed to take as many AP courses as I wanted to, and that really helped me boost my GPA and boost my academics. I was also an AP capstone diploma, so that's when it's a research writing course and certificate, that's AP specifically, also a national AP scholar, so that's, getting good grades and good high AP exams scores. I've taken the most APs out of anyone in East, and I've also been able to have published research paper from the AP research class, national merit semifinalist, and another cool opportunity with East is that you can dual enroll with University of Pittsburgh classes. So with that, I was able to take U.S. History and Calculus BC at Pitt. And of course, it's important to have good standardized tests, which means that you might need to study in the summers of school and outside of school too. And I think that's important. Next thing is social communication. For me, and I think for a lot of other students, it's really a lot about building relationships. So for me, I built a really strong relationship with a math, specifically Calc BC teacher and computer science teachers for my recommendations and for colleges. And really, recommendations are important for colleges, so it's important to have strong relationships with your teachers. And with those relationships, it means you have to be a contributor in class. You need to make sure you speak with the student body, speak with the teachers, and really just be a contributor in the environment. The next thing is I started the DECA, the business club, and the biology club, and that was really because I was able to have strong connections with my friends, strong connections with teachers in order for me to build those clubs. So again, social communication, the ability to communicate is extremely important in high school. And it's important for the student to foster it and your child to foster it. The next thing is the president of the National Honor Society, and for that, you really need to be a popular, well-known, and appreciated kid. And for me, that really meant being genuine and being able to talk with, a lot of the members of the student body. And lastly, I was able to attend special entrepreneurship events because I developed those relationships with administrators by communicating and continuously talking with them. Now, executive functioning. Executive functioning is really the lifeblood of academic success and social communication skill. So it really connects those two other academics and social communication skills together to allow you to create to culminate a beautiful and well-rounded high school experience. And you can see in the diagram, it shows the different executive functioning skills, and all these are really, really important. The thing is, with these executive functioning skills, the skills themselves, they're not something you're born with. It's something you really need to learn. And for me, that meant I really needed to have a coach. And that's really why I created Gifts at Gabber, in order for kids to have that coach. And I can talk to you a little bit more about that in the future, but executive functioning, just to reiterate, is extremely important in your high school education. So with that, if you have any questions about Gifted Gabber, about East, or really about anything, please contact us at info@giftedgabber.com. We'd be more than welcome and more than happy, really, to answer your questions and let you know a bit more about this. Thank you.